welcome back to Timberborn. And at the end of the last video, we did a pretty hefty time lapse of about 2 hours worth of trying to build the cavern. If you didn't watch that, then here is the progress we made in that 2 hours, which is almost 2 layers of the tunnel placing. I know, insane, huh? It's going to take us an awfully long time to get this done, and I'm going to slow down its building even more. I'm going to deprioritize it because we have some things that we need to work on. So I'm going to come in here and deprioritize it all so that we can address some other things. If you watched to the end of that video, you will have seen that we survived a 36-day bad tide, but we ended it with not a lot of water left. So I think it was about 1,000 water left. The reservoir was empty, and you will have seen that towards the end I built these 2 little water pumps. So there's a few things that I want to do. I want to put a stream gauge in here so we can control all of these. And basically that allowed us to pump this dry completely, and that we did. So but it meant that anything much more than probably about 40 days we're going to struggle with. So we have some injured beavers as well, because I also had to open up the mine. Now we could probably close it again, now you're back, by accessing some of this scrap metal. And I think I might do that just to give the beavers a bit of a break, because we have a bunch of injuries. So let's not do that. That would be silly. I'm going to just prioritize the building of that. We have quite a lot of scrap metal anyway. So if I pause those, put in those with a bit of prioritization, that should allow that to happen. I'm recording this before you guys have seen the last video, so yep, not seen your comments on that. These are probably paused. I've taken some mods out to see if that helps improve performance, predominantly script type mods. So I've taken out smart power. I've taken out bobbing about housing optimization mod. I've taken out good statistics. I think that was it. I think that's all of the, just to see if that helps with the lag spikes we were having. So we'll see. But yeah, so what I want to do, we've got all of the pumps running. I'm going to really miss good statistics. I really like that mod, but I want to build a lot more water storage, which is why I've deprioritized the other stuff. And we're going to put them in somewhat haphazardly, but not really, because these are on the network for the tunnel system. You know, there's a tunnel spot there. So I'm hoping that they should get to building those relatively quickly. The other thing that I wanted to try and do was find some more logs to cut down. And we do have, I guess, a bunch of logs over here. And I wonder whether it's worth expanding the tunnel system to get to them, or if we just extend the path out here. Not sure. But we are very short of logs. I also put in 2 more plank productions. So, yeah. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get over to all of these logs. Now, we could actually get to them from here relatively easily. So, maybe we do that, actually. Because then we're quite close to this tubeway station. That seems like not a bad idea, actually. Who has now doing range? You have now doing range, okay? Let's give you a staircase. And maybe another staircase. And cut down a few more trees. Scrap metalers are working. We have some homeless beavers as well. Forgotten. Well, forgotten's not the right word. I have seen said homelessness issue. We've also got this going on. I've still not installed that mod. Thinking less mods is good at the moment, so less mods is good. I was trying, when I was doing the time lapse, I was watching Performance Manager to try and see if I could isolate what was causing the lag issues, and I'm really not sure. Yeah, really not sure what's causing the problems, but let's give those some prioritization. Did I really build a water pump there? I meant to build a bad water pump there. That'll hopefully help. There is an awful lot of really nice beefy trees along that ridge line, so that would be good. I guess the other thing we need to start thinking about doing is an even bigger reservoir. And really, we probably need to be thinking about a deep reservoir. And to do deep, we need a higher water source. We're still waiting for those to be built. And by that, really what I mean is a water source that we can elevate easily. Yeah. Because they're only going to get longer from here. So we don't have a lot of water, because wood. A lot of water. What I'm trying to say is we don't have a lot of wood saved, but I keep confusing myself with water. Is there a water source under there? No. There are a lot of spots that feel like they should have water sources in them, but they don't. And I'm saying we don't have a lot of wood. There is wood available on the map. We just need to get to it. So I kind of feel like there's a lot of situations where if we just got after the wood, would be in a better position. So we need to reconnect this. Because, you know, over time we've just drifted apart and become disconnected. So let's resolve that issue. There we go. And then what we want to do is advanced, attach to stream gauge, Bosch, and pause above that. And unpause below, something like that. Repeat that process of unpause below. Yeah, that'll do. And then these we want to pause below. Something under 1 doesn't have to be perfect. The closer we get it to 1, the better, obviously. Okay, it will release the beaver. But my days of worrying about perfection are not here at the moment, you know? You know my favourite phrase, right? You know my favourite phrase. We do need to put in an unpause above 1. Otherwise, they won't start working again. And then I'd look very silly. I mean, this should fill quite quickly, so that should be good. Yep. Yeah, we really want to be building a decent amount of water storage. So let's put in another one. Gives us another 3,600 storage, assuming we can fill it. And that's where I really miss good statistics and it telling me whether we're going to fill it in time. But, you know, it is what it is. Apart from autosave, the game feels like it's running better. Have those died? Yeah. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? I guess during the bad tide, they died off. Oh well. Lovey. Right, you've cleared all of those. So let's... Do we worry about getting down those? It's such a small amount of trees. Kind of not feeling it anymore. Not feeling clearing those out. This guy's getting work done. Let's get up here. So let's enable getting up here. And we will then increase you and you. Also cut trees, all of you. And then I'm going to put in a couple of lumberjacks there. Give those a little nudge in priority, and then we will look at beaver housing. And I think the easy option, if we like easy at the moment, is do that. That looks like it's not quite built. So we'll come in here, get that in, and get some more of that done. And yeah. just need to be filling many water tanks. And really, we need to be trying to be organized with this stuff. And if you've been here before, you'll know things can get a little bit chaotic. But that's fine. Are we making progress in here? Not sure. We're going to just let them work on that, to be honest. Good. Go there. There. There we go. So on day 11, we've got 6,000 stored of a potential 9,000. Do with more. More is more gooder. How are we looking? These are only 40, 50%. Oh, let's... The snoring dog. Sounds like a pup. It's not. There we go. Yeah, they're all prioritized. We just need more beaver, folks. Food held up through all of that really long drought, which is good. Just our tree supply and our water supply that I'm a little worried about. Right, you're done. You can go home. We will extend across here. Couple there. You will eventually go then, and probably might want to put some up there as well. We'll see. Can these guys? I can just check, can't I? They can clear most of those. Yeah, that's going to help a little bit with improving our wood situation. Let's get... looks like maybe... It's analog, guys. It's analog. Let's high prioritize that. We've now got 11,000 water storage. Do I want to build more pumps? That is the question. Well, to be or not to be is the question, really, isn't it? But in this situation, the question is, do I want to build more pumps? And I guess while we're short of beavers, probably not is the answer. So that's done. I'm going to delete the platforms so that we get the logs back. Going to delete all of the path so that we get the path back, because you know you don't want to be giving away path be expensive. Tubeway station, tubeway, winning. Apart from, where did the rubble go? There. 50 planks. I guess that'll be a bonus for whenever we get to that area. We'll get 50 bonus planks. 7,500 water stored up. That's pretty nice. We've got spare capacity for more. Right, you can go. I'm contemplating, as one does. You contemplate? You should, you know. You really should. Anyway, I'm just going to adjust my chair so that I'm more comfortable. Hopefully I won't fall asleep. That is a possibility. I'm contemplating setting up another tree farm up here once I've cleared more of this. You know, I can see that that might be beneficial. Because we have some not horrible terrain here. It's relatively flat. I mean, it's not awful compared to the other stuff that we're working on. Kind of what I'm thinking. And we do need many more trees, so do you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. To quote the great John Malecki. As I say, apparently he plays American soccer ball. Played. He now does carpentry, which makes him much cooler. Can't get to that yet. Did we ever? We did. So can we now? We can. What do we need? And when do we want it? I guess some more kohlrabis wouldn't be an awful idea at the moment. Unless you don't like kohlrabis. And if you're a beaver, you're probably some kind of weirdo. And you know, you're still welcome here if you're a weird beaver. I don't judge. Don't quote TikTok at me. Then I judge. Actually, I do judge. Yeah, I do judge. Right. Back over here. I was going to say back in the real world, but none of it's real. It's all fake beavers. Right, that's in. Let's blow that up. Let's move these guys forward one or backwards one, depending on your perspective, I guess. I'm still incredibly tired as well, if you're keeping score. Not that it's competition to see how tired everyone is, but if you are keeping score, still incredibly tired. Why? It's still incredibly hot here in the UK. I'm still not sleeping well. See last comment. And was awake at 4:30 a.m. again. And it was quite a stressful day at work again. So, yeah. But hey, we survive, we adapt, we overcome. We happily quote Clint Eastwood film quotes. Right, that's that all in. I am assuming that if I plant the areas that the forester can get to, the lumberjacks will also be able to get to the same area. Seems sensible, doesn't it? Assuming that it all gets irrigated. So, first layer done. Second layer struggling. Next layer down. Some of it done. Okay. We're making some form of progress. So this is going to take quite a while to resolve. Water store is getting kind of full. So, storage. Large barrels. Barrels to you too, sir. Barrels to you too. Yeah. 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 And then aqua. Right, I have rehydrated and they are progressing, which is good. What else were we up to? We were... That was predominantly it, wasn't it? Yeah. Have an drought approaching in 3 days, so going to prioritize building those and the stairs. Both set to be water because we've got now 10,000 water nearly stored. Right, you're in. You've cleared the areas you can reach. You've cleared the areas this guy can plant. So let's get to work. So you can't do that little corner. That's fine. I'll let you off. Interesting. Going to need to cover that up. Deleting that thing that I deleted was a bad idea. Oh well, it's a skylight, it's ventilation. Some ventilation required. Right. Yeah, there, that one might grow. All artificially irrigated, so it should stay consistent. Go, you're in. Do a couple more trees. There. Excellent. If I come down here, I can go to there. You can't see me pointing on the screen, but you know, that's some of the lost magic of watching through a screen, I guess. I think that's as far as that goes. Yep. And then we fill in all of this area. I might get your colouring pens out to colour all of that in, and then we a small gap like that and come down there, maybe to there, but I think not that one. And hopefully that'll be good. Might be able to buy a little bit more, but I am generally happy. It looks like we can delete you and throw in a few more pine trees. There we go. I think that matches up. It does. Awesome beans. And let's let them get that planted. That will help with things. We have not quite managed to fill our water tanks but we will also have the reservoir, so hopefully we'll be okay. Hoping to not see more than about a 40-day drought. And long term, we do have to try and look at a solution. I'm just not sure what that solution is. But we have an new forest. So the drought is about to start. We have, let's call it 11,500 water stored, which is not awful. Gotta say I wouldn't mind a bit more, but it's not awful. Probably if we had more beavers so we could have more efficient water pumping, things would be better. But it's not awful. So, you know, we've got to go with what we've achieved. We are looking at a... How long is the drought going to be? How long is it going to be? 36-day drought. So we survived a 36-day bad tide. We should be able to survive a 36-day drought. So that's good. That does mean our metal production over here is going to stop, which is not ideal. Probably we should look at getting over to, I think we can actually. Well, can. What I mean is I think we can do it without any significant effort. I'm just going to delete that tree. I think we should look at putting in some, let's get the right word, discharges, so that we can continue to generate power over here. And possibly once we've done that, we should just, do I want to cut those down? No, it's really not worth it. At least not yet. Let's just delete you as well. Yeah, let's do that. They might not dry out for a while, but we might be able to get to them at least. Right, let's come across here, 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 through here. That's actually a nice little cluster of treeage, so let's throw in a lumberjack there, mark those to be cut. We'll get those cut down. Let's mark through here as well, maybe some of those cut down. Yep. These guys, we could do automate off of power off of the automation script, so that works for those at least. It's kind of cool. We actually have some logs stacked up now. Not many planks yet, but let's do a quick check-in with the cavern. One layer, 2 layers, so they're on to the 3rd layer, and then we've got 4th layer and 5th layer and 6th layer. There's a lot of layers still to do. It's going to take them an awfully long time. they've still got explosives and stuff, so they will get it done. It's just going to take a while, but that's fine. Let's get there. We want to get to... Next we can get through there. Get to there. Let's put in another lumberjack. Let's throw it there. That means they can be clearing all of those trees as well. Which gets us most of the way to there. Probably. I'm thinking that we might have to build off the side. And I guess common sense says that we do. There'll be some evaporation by the time they get there, so to do that, and then we could put a bridge out to get to that one like that, and run the path back. It's obviously a very long way. It's obviously very inefficient, I know. Because it's a temporary building project, I do not feel it's worth building tubeways. So what we are going to do is build some storages. So one of those, we want one of those. So gears, instantly forgotten, gears, metal beams, and explosives. So, that, and we only need 50 explosives, so maybe we do, other than that, a small warehouse there for explosives. And yeah, eventually we'll get those hooked up. It's not a super urgent project, it's just a nice to have and get done project. Very much missing good statistics, very much. Trees are getting planted, that's going to take a while. I am kind of tempted, and probably not to include it in the video, but I am very tempted to play on some more to make progress. I'm also very tempted to cut down more of those trees. We're positive on our loggage at the moment. It's a technical term again, loggage. The production of logs. This is connected up now, which is kind of cool. You probably don't need to be there. I mean, I guess now we've got berries here. Do we really need this little patch? Could we make it food? That's a good question. It's a good question. So I've made a little bit more progress, and I'm slowly adding more lumberjacks over here because it's not the fastest process to clear these out, obviously, because it's a very long way from the district centre, and so yeah, it makes sense to do that. It gets us more trees as well, which is good. I've just been kind of looking at how much of the map we occupy, and it's a very tiny corner, obviously. Very tiny, but that's not a problem, particularly. We also now have the thing that without smart power, we're running things more, but actually that's probably not a problem because we seem to be using a lot more power. So, you know, half six of one, half of dozen. You know the saying. You know the saying. Anyway, kind of doesn't matter as much. I guess we could go through and use the automate power on here for a lot of things, but hopefully it will work out okay. We're doing okay for metal at the moment, so I'm not going to unpause this. We're doing okay for food, which is good. We have a nice tower of food there. Trees are being planted still, which is good. Bad water supply is looking pretty good. We could probably, yeah, we've got those ticked, which is good, and maybe have that set on a relatively wide margin. See if we can free up some beaverage that way. But yeah, I'm trying to, without having to rework the marking of trees, just encourage them to make their way down here so that we can start the process. We should probably actually put in the discharges. Obviously, I think the intent is maybe that you do it and close them because there's a mine in here, but we don't really need the mine with how we're doing it. And I'd be surprised if you ever got to the point where you needed more than one mine. Generally, could be wrong, but you know, quite often an mine is enough. I'm going to delete that. We don't really need that there, because what I'm thinking is that we could prepare for needing more trees with something a little bit sticky. We're going to have to delete one sky, and then we're going to put a platform there, lumberjack there, then we're going to cut down the oak trees that are there. Yep, that'll be good. More trees is more gooder. And then we'll come back over here to keep working on our little pathing project. I know some of you are going to say I need to have a straight path because it's more efficient, but you know, none of those trees are, that's why I can't put them in. So if we got a load of those trees cut, that would be good, but just takes time. And we have time. It doesn't matter if they don't get them cut down of this cycle. It'll be just fine. What we could actually do while we have time is come back here. Actually, what would be more... Actually, no, it wouldn't be more sensible because... Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Let's take the nuclear approach to resolving that issue. We have plenty of time. That there. That there. And you and you and you. No. Yep. No. No. Come on, game. Be good to me. It's... Yeah. Yeah. Because that then keeps our slot for the water wheel 2 wide, not 3 wide through that bit, and then it feeds out through there. So we can potentially improve the efficiency of the water wheel and then rebuild it. Those picked up. Our large water wheel, there we go, yep. Awesome stuff. And then if I were to go in here and look, oh no, that's very big. That's very big. So what we'll do instead is from here, I'll blow you up. So if we prioritize both of those. Bosh, bosh, and we're going to delete all of those. And we're going to do we're going to put in 3 more framed flywheels, and that will store a decent amount of power. I was going to say immense, but decent's probably a better description. Still got spare beavers, so let's throw another lumberjack flag there. Yeah, you might as well keep working. Okay, it's going to be another big, slow project. We have many of those stocked up, which is maybe not the most sensible thing, but it is what it is. If it's your first time here, I sometimes do this. If it's not your first time here, you will know this. There we go. So that's another 45,000 HPH of storage. To put in the hearth piece there, and then they can start cutting those down equally. It might be worth us putting in the one we plan to put in here. Like that. Right, I am recaffeinated. Coffee at this point in the day because it's kind of late for caffeine for me, but equally I am seriously struggling with this 4:30 wake up thing that's been going on, so yeah. I'm making solid progress still on that, which I kind of like. Most of the trees are planted, which I really like. 23 days, so we're 13 days into the drought, and we've hammered that pretty hard, actually. I'm just thinking, if we do some maths quickly, we've got, it's like 100, let's call it 145 beavers times 2.2. Let's just say we, assuming that our water level maintains constancy-ish. So we've got 11,000 litres of water stored, divided by 145 beavers times 2.2. That gives us 34 days of water stored. So actually, we are okay. We are at a point where we have enough water stored with our current population to last. So we're good. I can stop panicking about that, apart from the fact that we have other things which use water. But yep, that's good. We are in a good position. I was a little bit nervous, which was one of the reasons that I actually wasn't particularly looking at expanding the population anymore, because with potentially even longer droughts, I didn't want to be getting ourselves in a position where we were going to be cutting it close. So, yeah. We could, but I quite like, we could remove this feature, but I quite like it. Did have the suggestion of cutting under here to expand the reservoir. Anything we do to make the surface area bigger is going to increase evaporation, but we are as deep as we can go, so anything we do to make a bigger reservoir is going to increase evaporation. So that's just something we're going to have to deal with, whatever we do. So I think probably we need to have a look just at, you know, accepting that at some point we need another reservoir, which is going to allow more water storage. But I'm just not sure what that looks like at the moment. There's some nice collections of trees spread out. We might just save those for when we can get to them. I think we're going to demolish that. Be able to, yeah, and we can put in an platform. And we're going to come up there. Is that the best place to come up? Possibly not. Possibly not. Before they get it built. We want to come up somewhere where we can... Actually, we could, because we could make use of that lumberjack, can't we? Yeah. So if we did that, and then that, and that, and that, I think, and then marked these to be cut. I think that'll work. I think so. We'll find out. But we are near able to connect up our... Oh, cool, those are built. So once we get water flow back, that will start working again. Osh. Come pick those up, which they should very soon. And try and manufacture them cutting down that tree. There we go. So whoever comes into this one should cut down this tree, hopefully. Yep, there we go. And then... can stop worrying about all of that. You need to be an obtain. Obtain. Be an obtain. And for now, I'm just going to pause all of those. Although it's kind of tempting to maybe cut. Wow, that's a lot of trees. We don't really have access to it at the moment, so. Alright. There's all the haulers bringing in all the metal beams. Awesome. Yeah, so the haulers doing the work of bringing all of the resources in, which is what we want. The builders can build. You, maybe not. Maybe we get you to cut down some of these trees. But I think, folks, that is going to be it for today. Where are you? There we go. That's that resolved. Unpause you. Pause on power very soon. Yep, I think that's going to be it for today, folks. So we are doing okay. They're about to unpause. It's still going. And we're 18 days into the drought because it was a 36-day drought. We're at day 18. Yeah. So we could. We'll let them build that. I was going to say we could low prioritize it, but we'll let them build that, and then they'll get those built. We have them already set to open. How is that too far? Oh, that one's not. Okay. But they should be relatively quick to build. Yeah, they are relatively quick to build. So anyway, yeah, that's it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh, comments, questions, suggestions, stick those below.